They were number one on the radio for 5 years in a row.
I've listened to Tiny and Katie since way back.
Now, they're the number one podcast at WAYZ.com.
I love the Tiny and Katie Show.
It's the Tiny and Katie Show.
Hey, I'm Tiny.
Hey, it's Katie. Welcome to another episode of the Tiny and Katie Show.
We've got one big thing to cover here, Katie, and then there's a story that I saw break today that, have you ever heard a story that you get so upset for the person it happened to that you almost you're just infuriated about it?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's going to happen here. The Tiny and Katie Show, all powered by Roots Hair Design, Route 11 in Marion. Cannot thank them enough. Katie, here's something I wanted to share with you, and then I'll get to that story. I just looked at the numbers today, and we cannot thank you enough. On YouTube, the Tiny and Katie Show has over 2,500 views of our episodes, and we cannot thank you enough. Now, that might not seem like a lot. And I get it, when you hear of videos doing billions of views, totally understandable. But when you look at what we're doing, look at what we're doing. We honestly never thought
we have no plan. We just come on and wing it. We just hope that something good comes out of it.
We really do. And we got into this thinking, you know what, even if it's just us having this outlet, this quote unquote artistic outlet, and it's just for us so that Katie can scratch that itch because we enjoyed so much being together on the air and we wanted to recreate that in a way. If that's all it ever was, then we succeeded in our mission. But the fact that you've joined us to those levels, huge thanks to you for joining us, and can't thank you enough. Katie, I wanted to share something else too, all along that vein. Somebody entered to join us for our contest that we're going to be doing with Andy here in just a little bit, and he couldn't make it to film tonight, which that's fine. We'll have him on at a later date. But he said, Tiny, I want you and Katie to know that my entire family and I, on Thursday evenings, we sit down in front of the TV, hop on YouTube, and we watch the Tiny and Katie Show every single Thursday. So, Brian, thank you so much. Your family, we love you. And those are the kind of compliments that I'm telling you, if we talk about them too long, we're going to get emotional. So we're just going to move on. Okay.
Yeah. We do appreciate it because we love what we're doing.
Oh my goodness.
We have no idea really what we're doing. We just wing it and have fun with it.
Absolutely. All right, Katie. So here's the deal. This story, when you think of Disney, you think of Happiest Place on Earth, right?
That would be, isn't that Hershey Park?
Well, no, that's our happiest place on Earth.
That's the sweetest place on Earth.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
But Disney's known for making dreams come true. So for kids young and old, you always hear that kids young and old have fun at Disney. There was a couple, and they were in. Now this is all, by the way, Disney Paris or Disney France, whatever they call it. Well, you are not supposed to, and this makes sense. You're not supposed to be on any of their equipment, anything like that. If they have a stage, you're not supposed to go on it or, just do what typical park attendees would do. Well, this couple in France, Disneyland Paris, the guy took the girlfriend up on stage, which was right in front of Sleeping Beauty's castle. Mm-hmm. And he decided he was going to propose. So he drops to one knee in front of Sleeping Beauty's castle. And it is this beautiful scene. I've seen the video. Out of nowhere. Now, he must have said, because the video is filmed from a little farther back. So I'm sure he got out the, will you marry me? Because you can see her start to shake her head. The moment that she starts to shake her head, this Disney employee wearing the mouse ears and everything comes running from behind, grabs the ring out of this guy's hand, and proceeds down the stairs to the front of the stage and starts motioning them off the stage. Mm-hmm. Now, the crowd was cheering. The crowd had cheered when he dropped to the knee, as crowds will do when they see that kind of stuff. The guy then proceeds to say, now that first of all, everything I just described was awful enough as it is. The guy then tells hang on, go ahead. So go ahead.
No. I think I'm just confused. Whose side are you on right now?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So the guy the guy in the relationship who dropped to the knee, he comes down off the stage and he tells the guy, she said it was okay. So this guy asked two separate park employees if he could do this. both of whom told him, go for it. Not just a, yeah, go ahead, I don't think anybody cares. Like an emphatic, oh, absolutely, go for it. Well, this guy who didn't get the memo is the one who came barreling through. So when he finds this out, I'm guessing he saw one of the other employees was like, yeah, I did kind of tell him that it was, okay to do that. The guy tries to backtrack it instantly, and he goes, oh, I understand that, but come down here. It's much better down here on the ground. What? How are you going to recreate it, you idiot? It's a proposal she didn't know was coming. You have ruined one of the biggest moments of their lives.
Yeah, but hang on a second. This guy goes to Disney World Paris.
Yeah.
And he asks some random park attendant, hey, can I go on the stage and propose to my girlfriend?
Yeah.
And they said yes, and he thought that was okay.
Well, who would you have asked?
I probably like a manager or hooked it up before I was there. You don't just walk into Disney World and say, hey, man, 18-year-old kid who's going around the park, do you mind if I propose to my girlfriend on the stage that nobody's supposed to be on right now?
We don't know how old the park attendant was that he asked, but the point is that, who's going to tell you, look, you don't know how long or how old the guy was who told him to get off the stage, so it's okay to just assume that he's okay to listen to do this, but it shouldn't work the other way.
I think it's poor planning on the groom's end. Have that all set up, ready to roll. That's poor planning. You don't just walk into Disney World and say, hey, I'm going to walk on this stage and propose to my girlfriend and hope everybody's okay with it. Be a man and have that set up, ready to go. Have fireworks ready to roll in the background, maybe with like some messages displayed. I mean, obviously, I expect a very large proposal.
Oh, of course. Of course you do. But I don't know. I think, Katie, if this had been you, I really think, and
there would have been no stopping.
Well, not only that, but I think that you would be singing a completely different tune here, because this, again, how do you know? Like if you go to McDonald's and they get your order wrong, and you say, I'm sorry, you gave me a vanilla milkshake and I wanted chocolate. And you go to hand back the vanilla milkshake and that employee says, that's okay, keep it. Well, that employee's not a manager. How should you know you can keep the vanilla milkshake?
I'm not agreeing with your line of logic right now. I think it's poor planning. If you are going to go out big and do a big old proposal, you better make sure that you have approval and that everybody's okay with it, and that nothing's going to be interrupting it. That's my personal opinion.
If I have ever in my life been shocked, it's right now, because I never thought that you would side with the park on this one, ever. When I read this today, I thought, I'm going to share this with Katie, and she is going to be livid and go off on this. And here you are completely... Are you doing this on purpose?
No, I feel sorry for that woman. That sucks. But the guy should have had that ready to go, like already authorized, ready to roll. That's just my opinion.
Okay, well,
if a guy's going to propose to a woman and they want to make it big, make sure that you have it all planned out, ready to roll.
I'll tell you a funny story after I tell you this. So we'll end this part with this, and then we're going to get into our contest here with Andy, who's standing by. Disney put out a statement about it. They said they have apologized to the couple. They, quote, regret how it was handled, and they have, quote, offered to make it right. Now, I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm
missing something. Maybe I'm missing part of the story.
Okay. What part of the story? What is it that doesn't... I don't
really know.
So the guy got there to the park where he was going to do it. He asked permission to go up. There's this stage that sits in front of Sleeping Beauty's castle. He asked. You
said nobody's allowed up there.
Well, I mean, they try to keep they take people. You know, if anybody tries to go up there, they do get them off. It's not like a concert, but there was nothing going on the stage. There was absolutely nothing happening on the stage. It was empty, and it wasn't a huge stage. It was just probably like 10 by 10. But the point is, he asked the park attendant or whomever, could I do this? They said, go for it. So he went up there, dropped to the knee. Another guy who was in the background came running forward, grabbed the ring out of his hand. Now, first of all, if I spent that money on that ring and you grab that out of my hand, it's going down in Disneyland. I can tell you that right now. We're going all the way
to
the
happiest place on earth anymore, kids.
Hell no. We're going Space Mountain, teacups, you name it, Dumbo ride, buddy. I'm gonna bang your head on every single one of them things. You are not taking my ring. Okay, you want me to get off the stage? I'll get off the stage. But you grab my property out of my hand, and we got a big problem there, buddy.
I think I need to maybe see the video. I think maybe that would put a whole new perspective.
Yeah, you think I don't understand? Parlez-vous my fist is what you're going to get. I'll tell you that, Disneyland Paris, my rear end. Okay. Funny story real quick, Katie, and then we're going to break into Andy here. You talked about engagements and planning. So like I told you before, I proposed at the Hotel Hershey. Mary has this spa membership, so we both went up to get a massage. And I'm really going to abbreviate this, but you'll get the gist. So it was the second year going, and I told Mary, I'm only going to get a massage if I can have Jackie, who I had the year before. We loved it. We talked the whole time she did it the year before, so I was looking forward to this. I lay down, I get there. She says, oh, it's good to see you again. And I said, oh, Jackie, I'm so happy to see you. She said, how's your year been? Catching up. And I said, Jackie, it's been a really big weekend so far, because I did it right before we went down to get the massages. And she said, oh, really? Why is that? I said, well, I just proposed to Mary up in our hotel room. And she goes, oh my goodness. You know how women, it's so wonderful. I love that. And then she goes, was it a surprise? And I went, hell no, I knew I was going to ask her. All right, now go ahead.
There's very few things I love more than a really good proposal, like video and story.
Oh, yeah.
That and videos of the soldiers coming home.
Oh,
they get me. Every single time.
The soldiers ones, forget it. I'm done. Just forget it.
Yeah, I'm putty as well. But my best friend Bridget, when her fiance proposed to her, I was the only one that was recording it because I was right there when it was happening. And every time I watch it or I show it to somebody, I am a train wreck.
You get that way.
That's just like the happiest moment in somebody's life. Mm-hmm. And it's beautiful and I love it. And I hope to have it one day. We'll see.
I hope you do. So Katie, it's come to the part of the program today that I am looking so forward to. As we just talked about a few minutes ago, we have one of our awesome listeners, Andy, who has agreed to participate in our contest that we put up last week. I didn't think we'd get somebody on for this week, but Andy, introduce yourself. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm Andy from Hagerstown.
Yeah, and Andy loves the Tiny and Katie show. We love having him along for the ride. So, Andy, you stick around. What you gave me two choices. You said, Tiny Katie, we can either do Parks and Rec or The Office. And I thought that was rather bold that you just kind of let it up there. Right, Katie?
The Office is a big one. It's been around for a lot of seasons. Uh-huh. There's a lot of monumental moments, a lot of characters, a lot of dialogue.
Right.
So I appreciate the boldness. I'm also a very large Office fan myself.
She's a large everything fan.
I just don't know if I would ever know enough to quote it, but congratulations for you, because that's quite an accomplishment to be able to quote that one.
I'll do my best.
You're going to do your best. So coming up after the break, Katie, we're going to break it to Andy. Which one of the two, because we only chose one. We're not going to pick from both. So we chose one. We'll find out, is it Parks and Rec or is it The Office? Coming up on the Tiny and Katie show in just a minute.
You don't want your hair just cut or styled. Get your hair designed at Roots Hair Design, 5459 Molly Pitcher Highway in Chambersburg, 717-375-2130. How about a women's cut? $32, $35, or $38? Guys, you're not going to get a better price on the cut you're going to receive at Roots Hair Design than $23. Now, if you have a teenager, they're getting ready for those summer pictures, prom season's coming up, girl or boy, $25 and $20 respectively. A kid's cut, just $18. Maybe you need your roots touched up, they have that as well. And they can do your nails, take care of your lashes, facial treatments, waxings, and what I plan to get is a massage. Roots Hair Design, 5459 Molly Pitcher Highway in Chambersburg. $10 off your first service to any new guests, and they're approaching their 12th year in business. You don't last that long if you're not doing something, or in their case, a lot of things right. Roots Hair Design, we can't thank them enough for being part of the Tiny and Katie show. More of the Tiny and Katie show starts now.
Welcome back. It is time. Shut the hell up.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go on. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'm going to totally leave that in.
Prince
That's
Tiny,
too good.
Prince Tiny.
Oh my God. We're
Your
back
Highness.
with our buddy Andy Murray. Andy, before we break into the contest, we don't even have a name for this thing because I didn't think it'd become the following week, but you messaged us and said you wanted to play. You saw the skill or lack thereof that I quoted the Golden Girls and Katie did for Friends.
Skill. That's straight skill.
Yeah, of course.
Skill.
Yeah, it is.
That's-
So Andy said to us, he said, I would love to do it. Parks and Rec or The Office. He gave the choice to us, and Katie, we chose
Parks and Rec. So we're going to be coming in hot here with the quotes. Now, what are the parameters here? Like, how are we doing this?
Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 10 questions or 10 quotes, and we're going to go each one. We'll tell you whether you're right or wrong. If you get to, what we say last week, Katie, 8, you win. Now, what you win, I don't know.
What you win, we don't know.
Yeah, I have no clue. Like I said, you're kind of springing this on me at the 11th hour here, Andy, and we're glad to have you. But if you really want a prize, you should have waited, nonetheless. But we'll get you something.
The prize right now is you're the first guest on the Tiny and Katie show. I mean, I feel like that's kind of a prize in and of itself.
That is true. That's very true.
Right?
That would be quite an honor.
Exciting.
Actually,
Andy is very excited.
to be fair, Andy, Katie was the first guest on the Tiny and Katie show. So
please, all the talent lies right here, my friend.
Yeah,
right here.
All right, so we have our questions ready to go, and Andy, here I'm going to tell you why I thought it was best that we do Parks and Rec, and the reason was I looked through quotes for both shows, and I have admittedly never watched Parks and Rec, but when I saw these quotes, the quotes themselves just made me laugh. And I thought, we're just going to do that because any show that does, and to be quite fair, the reason I don't care for The Office is I've never cared for Steve Carell. Sorry. And I can't stand how everyone says that's what she said.
Okay. So can I just chime in here a little bit?
Better than anyone I know.
I also agree. Steve Carell's character is not my favorite on the show at all, but there are so many characters to choose from. You can naturally relate to somebody on the show.
Yeah.
And it is a brilliant premise, and they bring it to life in this crazy way. There's a little bit of a love story, and there's like a little bit of drama, and there's like some secretive affairs, and it all comes together so beautifully, and it is quite funny. It's very funny. I agree. I think Steve Carell's a little bit over the top in that show. He's not my favorite. Unpopular opinion on that one, but it is a really, really entertaining show to watch.
So Andy, which of the two is your absolute favorite? If you had to pick one to watch for the rest of your life, which one are you picking?
I would probably go with The Office.
Okay.
It's close. I would go with The Office.
Okay. This is going to make me want to watch Parks and Rec, so I'm going to do that.
It's good. Should.
Well, here we go. We're going to break into it. Katie, I'm going to let you go first. We have 10, Andy, and here we go.
See, the problem with this is I don't know the show well enough to be able to sound like the people that are quoting it. So I apologize if my delivery is off.
Doesn't matter. It's all fun. Your delivery's always off. Let's move.
All right, here we go. When they say 2% milk, blank, I don't know what.
Oh, no, you messed it up.
Oh.
The blank is where you just shut up. And then the next part is the part of the quote that he needs to get.
Oh, okay. Well, I gave you a little bit of the next one. Okay. When they say 2% milk, blank.
Oh, and I finish?
Yeah,
I don't know what happened to the other 98%.
Very good.
Good
yes.
job.
Yes. Very
well
good.
done.
Excellent.
You were out of the game. And by the way, the character who said that's name was
Andy Dwyer.
Very good. All right, Andy. Next one is a quote from Ron. It says, if there were more food and fewer people, blank.
This would be a better party.
Close enough. This would be a perfect party.
Yeah, I'm going to give that to you. Nicely
right?
done.
Yeah, well done, buddy. Super happy for you on that one. You're doing better than we did out of the gate on our show. So moving along, Katie, number 3.
You want me to say who says the quote first before I deliver?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, this is from Ron. I like saying no, blank.
I know what he says, but I might not be able to get the exact wording on this. It makes them think I don't know them. No, I don't think that's right.
I'm going to have
lowers,
to... It lowers.
Uh-huh.
Lowers their self-esteem.
Okay, we got.
I'm sorry, Andy. As handsome as you are, we can't give that one to you. It lowers their enthusiasm.
Yeah.
It lowers their enthusiasm.
That's okay. I mean, Andy, nobody's perfect, right?
Right.
So, although some people think they are, actually over there, nobody is perfect. So now we're going to go for number 4 and your fourth one. This one's coming now. We're going to go to one of the other characters named Andy again. When I was a baby, my head was so big, blank.
Doctors did experiments on me.
Close enough.
I will give him that one.
Yep. Scientists did experiments on me. Absolutely. All right, Katie, you're up next.
Good, Andy. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Okay, here we go. This is coming in hot from Donna. Donna delivers. I have several men in rotation. One's waiting for me in the car. Blank.
Oh. Donna's tough because she doesn't say much, but when she says it, it's usually something.
It's a good one. It is a good one. I laughed.
Yeah, this is funny. Yes, this is funny.
I don't know. I don't know.
Let me start you off here.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Remember, she said one of them's waiting for me in the car.
Don't worry. I have the others somewhere else. I don't know.
Sorry, Andy. That would be a big old
Yeah.
Don't worry. I rolled the window down for him.
Oh, okay.
So, Andy, here's where we stand right now. You have to get every single one right from here on out.
He can do it.
And I absolutely believe you can, because there's no more quotes from Donna coming up, so I think you'll be all right, okay? So here's your next one. This is from Ron. Strippers do nothing for me, but I will take a free blank anytime, any place.
A free breakfast buffet?
My man!
God, I feel like this is a Tiny quote. Like 100%, I feel like that's something that Tiny would say.
Yeah, that is something I would say. Absolutely.
Strippers don't do it for me, but a breakfast buffet, bring it on, kids.
Yep. You got it. All right, Andy. We got to keep the streak going, buddy. Katie, take it away.
All right, this is also coming in hot from Andy. I tried to make ramen in the coffee pot and blank.
Oh. And am I timed on this?
No. I mean, we don't want to spend a lot of time.
I tell you what, you can pass and we'll come back to it.
That's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
Let's do that. All right, you'll pass on that one. The next one. I found a sandwich in one of your parks, and I want to know blank.
I want to know who made it. I don't know that one.
No, now this, Katie, you said earlier that
This is a Tiny quote. This is a Tiny quote.
This 100%. One is, because this one is, I want to know why it didn't have mayonnaise. I mean, Andy, come on. Okay, so as it stands right now, Andy, you can't win. All right.
There is no winning. I mean,
there is winning. There absolutely is winning. Okay. The rules are 8 out of 10, and he didn't get it, so he can't win, but he can still show off.
Okay. Well, here we go, Andy. This one's coming in hot from Andy. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know.
I know what I'm not doing.
No, this is a total Katie quote, by the way.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Total Katie quote. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that I'm...
Take it, Katie.
The best.
You're close.
I think I'm going to start putting this into my rotation of quotes that I say. But I know I'm doing it well.
Yeah.
Here all night, folks.
And tips at the door, please. All right, and this is your final one, Andy. So this is a two-parter. So this is a conversation between characters Anne and Leslie, okay?
Okay.
Anne says, you made me watch all 8 Harry Potter movies. I don't even like Harry Potter. Leslie says, what?
I don't know what she says, but I feel like she looks at Anne and she says, like, she always calls her something like over the top and extravagant and like, oh, Anne, you poor little daffodil or something like that. But I don't know what she would say. You know what I'm talking about.
No,
I'm sorry, Andy. You are not even kind of close on this one.
No,
not even kind of close.
With any Tom Haverford quotes.
Here's what we're gonna do, Katie. We're gonna reveal this one to Andy. I'll be Ann, you be Leslie. Okay.
I love it. I like role playing.
You made me watch all 8 Harry Potter movies. I don't even like Harry Potter.
That's insane. You love Harry Potter. You've seen all 8 movies.
But Andy, buddy, you really.
I mean, we love you.
We do love you. I'll preface it by saying, I love you, but you started so strong out of the gate, and then the wheels came off, man.
I mean, I did say I would choose The Office, so.
You know what? I actually have to give him that because he did say that, and then Tiny came in hot with the Parks and Rec.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't have known Parks and Rec if he wouldn't have said, I can do either.
That's true.
Touche. And I don't know Parks and Rec enough to have really an opinion on this. I've seen a couple of seasons, and it was funny. I did really like it.
Yeah,
but I've never know any of these quotes.
I've never seen one single episode, but I do want to watch it now because these quotes were really, really funny. So, Andy, thanks for joining us, man. It's been awesome having you. And you were the first guest on the Tiny and Katie show. And I think what you got to do is when we do this again, brush up, and we'll see if we can have you back, and we'll pick The Office. Okay.
Sounds good.
You did well. Listen, Andy, it's hard to be on the spot with these kinds of things. Like I've watched every Friends episode at least 15 times.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like I get a little cocky with Friends. I definitely do. And you know what? One time I went to a Friends trivia in Winchester, and I walked in there. My head was so big. I was like, okay, everybody, I'm going to like smoke this and blow you out of the water. Like everybody just leave and just give me that first place prize. But then the last category was the title of Phoebe's songs that she played. Other than Smelly Cat, I don't know the title of the songs. I don't know it that deeply. So
Sticky Shoes.
Curly little hair was one of them as well.
Yeah.
And I knew those, like sticky shoes. Oh, see, this is what I mean. So I understand. Like, you know a show really well, but then when you're put on the spot, it's really good. So you did well. We're proud of you.
Yeah.
We have nothing to give you other than just, hey, thanks for coming on and being a part of it. Tiny, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all were talking about Friends. I was just finding something to occupy myself.
Do you want us to talk about the Golden Girls a little bit more?
No, to be fair though, Katie, when you said you were going to a Friends trivia, I thought you were going to say that when you got there, you found out that it was just trivia with friends.
Right, and then I was there solo.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you were there solo.
But I will tell you this: I came in second place in that Friends trivia, so
Nice.
still get a mic drop.
Well done.
Thank you.
Or actually, if we're going to clap for you, shouldn't it be?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, there you go. You know a little bit of Friends.
Right?
Nice and fun.
Hey, so Andy, we're going to let you go, buddy. What you have a 3-year-old, right?
Yep, 3-year-old, and I have another one on the way in October.
No kidding.
Great, Andy.
And the
Wow.
3-year-old boy or girl?
Girl, and the other one will be a girl too, so I'll be girl dad.
Give her a shout out, man.
Hi, Bray.
Bray.
Good to see you. We haven't released the name of the other child yet. My wife will kill me if I say it.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what.
The whole 3 people that watch the show will know.
Right. Do it here and I'll bleep it.
Her name's going to be.
Now, if I forget to bleep that,
Yeah.
if I forget, dude, you better have lied.
Bad news.
Because I have said I was going to insert a video clip into one of our shows, and I never did it.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Actually, multiple times that has happened.
I got matter of
All
fact.
the time.
Some people already know, but we just haven't put it up, made it Facebook official. You know what I mean?
What better way than to unveil it on the Tiny and Katie show?
There you go.
Dude.
No pressure, Andy. You live your life and do your thing.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do.
Buddy. It was good seeing you.
Hey, since you didn't win, here's how we're going to end this. You didn't win, you didn't get the prize, but when me and Katie were together doing the morning show and we go out and do live broadcasts, she would put on the prize wheel a Katie hug, and we would always at the end of an event bring it in with a big old hug. So let's do a big virtual. Everybody, 3 of us, bring it in here. Oh yeah, there we go.
This is what everybody wants. I mean, this is the prize that everybody wants.
That's the good stuff. Andy, thank you, brother. We love you, man. We'll have you back on soon, okay?
Guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye, Andy.
Bye-bye.
So once again, big thanks to Andy for joining us on our quiz for quotes. We had a great time with him. And if you want to, let us know what you want to do, if you want to be part of it, if it's a movie, if it's a TV show, if it's, Bible or, history, whatever, let us know.
Oh, what about lyrics to songs from a band? Like, I know every song by this band. I know I could quote it without even thinking
Time
about
out.
it.
So does that mean we can bring back karaoke?
Do you want to bring back karaoke?
We're gonna bring back karaoke, baby!
Karaoke in the house. Listen, I have a Bluetooth wireless speaker and I use it a lot. Like, it's my jam. I can go get it right now if you want me to.
No.
Little,
Save it.
No, okay.
As they say, save it for the ladies. Okay, we're good.
Okay, are you sure you don't want to at least see it and hear it? And
Nope, I'm good. I'm tiny.
Okay. Karaoke coming in hot next week. We're ready for it.
See you on Tuesday. Have a good one.